Hey, so I want to tell you a bit about wine crime, which is the new and the most exciting way to learn about wine and to read about wine. You know, there are so many interesting stories in the wine world, and I've been interested in wine for very many years. I've written, for instance, a few books on champagne, non-fiction books. Here are a few of them. And I've traveled around the wine world. What I noticed is that people are increasingly interested in wine, and not only the content in the bottle, but also the stories surrounding wine and the history surrounding wine. So, you know, there are a lot of interesting films about wines. Maybe you've seen Sideways. There are television series about wines. Of course, you remember Falcon Crest. And currently, in Spain, there is a television series which is hugely popular. It's called Gran Reserva. But when I started to look around, I couldn't actually find any fiction books on wine. So I sat down and I wrote the Champagne Firar. This is the Swedish edition of the Champagne Firar. And it struck me that there wasn't actually any books around that talked about wine in an exciting and fictional way. So with the Champagne Firar, I realized that there is room for a totally new book genre, and I called it Wine Crime. This book, which is the first book in the Wine Crime series, talks about what happened in Champagne, the wine region Champagne, during the Second World War. And it's also a crime story that takes place today in the wine region Champagne. The Champagne Firar has actually received very good reviews here in Sweden, where it was first published. Someone called it a wine-crazed The Da Vinci Code. Another good review was when Wine Crime was compared to the Stieg Larsson Millennium Trilogy. And that's all fine and very flattering, of course, but the best reviews I have received is from readers who have told me, you know, the book is really nice, but when I finished reading it, I felt like drinking champagne. And you know, that's actually the best feedback you can get. And that's why I think that Wine Crime is the new fun way of reading and learning about wine. So I hope you will read the Champagne Firar. Skål!